Y'all, first and foremost, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Hawashai. My nose is kind of stopped up a little bit, and I got a little cold, but I'm gonna still try to make this video and try to, uh, pronounce and enunciate my words clearly, so y'all can understand what I'm saying, and try to get this lesson off. And I'm trying to take my time with it as well. I don't want to rush through this. I want to make sure that y'all get fully edified on what I'm talking about. All right. But in this video though, in this video, I want to kind of start off with a little testimony, and then I'm gonna tie that into the lesson and kind of just talk about basically how in these last days we're going to have to, be hated by like our own people. And if you're in this truth and really deep in it, like you've seen, uh how it can get, when you actually have your own people. Literally, when I say own people, I mean brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, mom, dad, whatever it may be. You literally see them, may try to turn against you for what you believe in or being in the truth. And that's just how it is. And I'm gonna get, the Bible verses on that to show y'all how literally it was prophesied how by Christ that it was gonna happen. That, in these last days, and even just come into the truth in general, you're gonna have people, your own people, come against you. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. I gotta add one more verse. I think that's one verse that just came to my uh what was it? Was it this? What verse was it? What verse was it? What verse was it? It was a verse where it said enemies. Somewhere it was somewhere in Micah, I think. Or say your enemies are of your own house, something like that. I'm gonna find it real quick. Slock it, y'all. Give me 1 second. But while I'm looking for this verse real quick, I'm gonna kind of multitask and give out my testimony on what happened um a while ago. I think it was either early this year, early 2022, or late 2021. Either early 2022 or late 2021. But my grandparents, they threw a birthday party for my granddad. Or my family threw a birthday party for my granddad, right? And me and my sister, uh, we're in this truth, and we know that for one, celebrating birthdays is a sin. And for those who may want to know what verse you want to go to see if it's a sin, I'm gonna get those in a minute. Just give me 1 second. But we knew that for one, celebrating birthdays is a sin, and for two, uh, it was on a Sabbath. It was on a Sabbath. So it's almost like just double trouble. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating, somebody's birthday on the Sabbath, breaking the Sabbath, and you're sinning even more on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? But basically, because of the fact that me and my sister, we did not go to that birthday party, uh, our family was mad at us. They were mad at us. They was like heated, you know what I'm saying? And like they were just mad because of the fact that, I understand that with our grandparents, they're up there in age, you know what I'm saying? And they may not have too much time left on this earth. And I get that, I understand that. And we want to try to cherish as much time, with them. But if we have to break God's laws, because like I said, being in this truth, we know that we can and can't do certain things. So if we got to break God's laws to spend time with our family, like I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta at least try my best to, to serve the Most High the best way I can. And if I'm not doing that, then I'm basically putting my people, my own family, over the Most High, over God. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give y'all, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all all these verses in a minute to show you exactly like how in the Bible it talks exactly what it basically it ties into everything I'm talking about right now. And it's just kind of sad. It's very depressing because of the fact that you want to see you want to see your family coming to the truth with you. You want to see your family kind of understand where you're coming from, and at least just it's like you want to see them turn away from what they're doing. You want to see them turn away from what they're doing, living in that old, what I'm saying, sinful lifestyle. But uh you can't take everybody with you, even your own family. You can't take everybody, even your own family, you can't take them with you. I found the verse real quick, but let me give you all this verse real quick. Micah 7:6, it says, for the slocking, for the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter rises up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. So literally, like I said, when it come down to us, me and my sister not going to this birthday party, we literally became, what I'm saying, our own family's enemies. They literally got mad at us, they got upset at us, and we was like, dang, like that's really how it is now. Like the fact that we're in this truth, then we're we're not doing the same thing we used to do. Like we're looked at as enemies now, and it's crazy. But with me, what I'm saying, I feel like me and my sister, we have tough skin. And even though, like I said, we want to see our people coming to the truth with us and turn away from their old ways, but we just know that not everybody's going to come with you in your journey. It's only going to be a small amount of people in this world that's going to really make it. That's why the Bible talks about literally like the gate is narrow. The gate is narrow. There's not no wide gate. It's not no easy task. It's not it's nothing easy about this at all. Nothing easy about being the truth at all. Nothing easy. It's literally hard to stay on this path consistently every single day, especially when you have temptations and you have all these obstacles coming your way every single day, and it's like it's nothing right. But all praise to the Most High that we're getting through it day by day and trying to become stronger in the spirit. And I'm just glad that I am where I am now. But like I said, just seeing that the family is going off and like not really even trying to understand where you come from, or maybe not even trying to come to the truth. Because I know a lot of people can relate. A lot of people can relate. How you may be the only one in your family in the truth, and everybody else is coming at you, coming after you, making you feel bad, making you feel like you're believing in some weird stuff, and just what I'm saying, just really look at you differently for believing what the Bible really says. Like having their eyes open to what the Bible says, and not just be very just minute in their understanding of the Bible. And yeah, that's kind of like my little testimony of like what happened to me and my sister a while ago in terms of how we were literally like having arguments with our family. Well, I can speak for my sister, but because I don't know exactly how she dealt with her situation. But for me personally, like I had like not I would say like a whole argument, but kind of a little bit of a back and forth with my family about this whole situation. Me not going to a birthday party, and it was just bad. It was bad, and I was like, man, like this is really like me going through, what I'm saying, one of these, I guess, trials, and just the one of these like situations where being this truth is like it's shown. The effects of it is really showing. You know what I'm saying? But let me go ahead and show y'all the verses real quick that talk about how birthdays are a sin. So the first verse I want to go to, right? Genesis 40:20. Basically, go to the original, I guess, like the root of where it came from, and the history, all that stuff like that. So Genesis 40:20, it reads, and it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday. So if you don't know what Pharaoh is the title that's given to an Egyptian ruler. The name or title, the word Pharaoh is a title given to any Egyptian ruler. All right. So on this day, they're celebrating Pharaoh's birthday. He said that he made a feast unto all his servants, and he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among the servants. And he restored the chief butler into his butlership again. He gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand, but he hanged the chief baker as Joseph had interpreted to them. So literally, this was an Egyptian custom. This was an Egyptian custom. How on Pharaoh's birthday they took somebody and sacrificed him or killed him in honor of Pharaoh. That's what they did back then in terms of the Egyptian custom of birthdays. All right, that's where it originated from. Okay, so now let's go to the law to show you how the law is against these customs of the Egyptians. All right, or just any custom of the Egyptian as a whole. So Leviticus 18:3. Leviticus 18:3. It says, after the doings of the land of Egypt, after the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwell, shall ye not do. So just put it in just simple terms. Whatever customs Egypt upholds, you don't do it. Whatever Egyptians do, you don't do. And the fact that in this world that we live in nowadays, like literally, you got people who subscribe to, like, I guess, like Kemet and Egyptology, and believe that everything came from, like, Egypt and everything, or whatever they believe in, just some weird stuff, the ox and whatever it is, just a lot of weird stuff going on with Egyptology. And literally nowadays, like, once again, knowing that birthdays was a custom that was upheld by the Egyptians, you got people nowadays doing the same thing, and just letting you know how, like, we all are living in a world full of wickedness, ran by just these ancient cultures. The Egyptians, the Babylonians, the Greeks, literally, like, all those customs that happened back then, or that was upheld back then, is done. It's the same thing is done today. It's just done way differently now. It's kind of, there's a mask that's put, what I'm saying, over uh these customs, to make it seem very more festive, make it seem more fun, make it seem more innocent, make it seem less evil, and less what I'm saying, hurtful to you. Like Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all these holidays, all these, what I'm saying, wicked pagan days, like they are masked to be fun and to be very enjoyable. But in all reality, you are literally sending your soul to hell. You know what I'm saying? You're sending your soul to the lake of fire when you celebrating these holy days, or not holy days, celebrating these wicked holidays, these wicked pagan, what I'm saying, days, and having fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize and see, even birthdays. Like I said, birthdays as well, according to the law. According to the law, celebrating birthdays is wrong. And the fact that people do it, what I'm saying, daily, over and over and over again, and don't really see the problem with it. And it's like, damn, like, I wish that our people can turn away from this stuff and at least see where we're coming from. Like I said, some people, they just won't get it, and some people, it's just not meant for them to understand it. It just depends. It just depends. But all praise to the Most High for the ones that He did get out of, what I'm saying, get out of these lies of Christianity and other religions, and brought them to the actual truth, and just helped them learn that celebrating these holy days like Christmas and birthdays and all these holidays, whatever it may be, like, celebrate all those days, just wicked. We should stay away from them. All right. And like I said, kind of to tie this back into my story, right? Like I said, these verses, I already made a video a few days ago showing how celebrating birthdays is a sin. I think I forgot to bring up Leviticus 18:3. I forgot to bring that up, but I brought it up in this video just in case someone wanted to just another verse that may show it. But to kind of tie back into my situation and my testimony about how my family, they was literally mad at me for not going to a birthday party. Let me show you this real quick. I already showed y'all Micah 7:6, how uh literally your enemies are going to be the people of your own house, basically, right? So I want to go to Luke chapter 12, verse 51, and show you what the words of Christ, the words of Yahushua, right? So he said, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you nay, but rather division. So this one verse can be taken in many different ways. Many different ways. How he's divided Israel from everybody else. But with this verse in particular, he's even showing you how literally he's going to be dividing families. Like, literally, families are going to be, he's like dividing literally everybody, like true Israel from everybody. He's dividing true Israel from the chosen, the elect. He's dividing them from every single person on this entire earth. Right. Let's continue to read to show you exactly like what it says, right? In verse 53, it says, the father shall be divided against his son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, daughter against the mother, mother-in-law against daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. So literally showing you how Christ, and not only just believing in him, but really following in his ways, following in his path, and trying to keep the members of the Most High the best way you can, doing that and really following him, that's going to cause division, because you're doing things that's way different, and that's way, what I'm saying, it's very distinct from how the world does things. How you've been grown accustomed to celebrating, like I said, these holidays and doing whatever you want to do, and it all seems fun. It all seems very genuine, but in our reality, it's wicked and it's sinful. You know what I'm saying? It's going against the Most High's laws, and the fact that literally that's what Christ is saying, that like keeping the Most High's laws is going to separate you and divide you from your own family. It's literally going to divide you from your own family. He said it right here. He also even says it. And he didn't say it, but in this verse he kind of like further expounds on the type of people he wants to. The type of people that's going to be his followers. These are the type of people that are literally considered followers of Christ. You're not considered a follower of Christ if you're not doing this particular thing right here, right? So Luke chapter 14, verse 26. The words of Christ once again. It says, "If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, even in his own Slakia, in his own life also, he cannot be my disciple." So this verse also can, in a sense, even though it doesn't talk about birthdays at all, but you can, in a sense, try to make a reach for it and say that, oh, since Christ said you gotta hate your own life, you can technically say that means you gotta hate your own birthday, whatever it may be. But literally, you got instances where Job, he said, "Cursed is the day that I was born." So he hated his own life, hated his own birthday because of the fact that his sons got destroyed and they got judged and killed based by the Most High because of the fact that they were celebrating their birthdays. So Job himself hated his own birthday because of the fact that he knew that it was a bad thing to do. He knew that it was a sin to celebrate your own birthday because it was after the followings of the Egyptians. All right, but literally, this verse is showing you that um Christ is saying that if you don't love me more than your own family, you have to love me more than your own family to be considered a so-called disciple or follower of me. You cannot be a follower of me at all if you don't. Now when he says hate, I know a lot of people. I think somebody brought up this verse to me one time. Like I think when I was coming to this truth, like 2 months maybe, and they was like, the Bible talks about what you call it, like how Christ said you gotta hate. I think it was like an atheist I was talking to, or whatever. And I was just like, just on this Omegle app or whatever it may be, just trying to talk to people about the Bible, stuff like that. And this white woman, Edomite lady, gonna sit here and tell me that, oh, like the Bible says that you gotta hate your own family, or whatever. Not knowing that what he meant, he's not saying like, oh, like just disown them, or like, oh, like you gotta because when we look at the word hate, of course it has a negative connotation to it. But when it says the word hate, we know exactly what it means when he says that. He's not saying like, oh, like you gotta just like kill them or have a righteous, not righteous, have just such like this disdain for them and not love them. Like, no, you can still love, you know what I'm saying, your family. You just gotta like love them from a distance though. And at the same time, like show more love to Christ than you would to your family. If you don't love Christ more than your family, then once again, that makes that's not showing signs of being a true disciple of Christ, a true follower of Christ. If you really love Christ, let me go to John 15:10. John 15:10, where it says, if you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love, even as I keep my Father's commandments and abide in his love. So literally he's saying that like we gotta love him just like Christ loved his Father. It's a pattern, you know what I'm saying? How he's the head of us, or he's the head of the men, and we're all under him. We're all under him. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't show our love to him, then how can we, what I'm saying, express that same love for the Father? You know what I'm saying? The whole point is that literally keeping the commandments is the main things we must do. That's the main things we must do to literally show our love to Christ. And in doing that, it's gonna cause division between families. It's gonna make them hate you, make them get mad at you. Cause that goes right into my testimony. Like I said, me and my sister, like that's we're a prime example of that. We didn't know that it was gonna happen like that. We didn't expect it, but we just knew that like dang, like when it happened, it was like dang, like that's it's really sad and it's messed up, but that's how life is. The Bible clearly talks about it. You know what I'm saying? But literally, like I said, coming back to the whole commandments thing, literally it all comes down to keeping the commandments of both sides, right? Let me also go to Deuteronomy 11:13, where it says, "And it shall come to pass, if ye shall hearken diligently unto my commandments, which I command you this day, to love the Lord thy God, look, to love the Lord your God and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul. All right. So I'm also bringing this verse to kind of wrap it up. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach in the Apocrypha, Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 32:17, it says, "A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse." Or Slakia. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. My fault, y'all had a phone call. But let me read this verse again. It says, "A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will." All right. So this goes back into exactly what I was saying with this whole what you call it, birthday thing, right? And it lets you know how anybody who tries to find a loophole or find a way to still live their sinful life, that this I'm trying to find the right words to say, right? So I won't, like, what I'm saying, jumble up or get anything misconstrued. But literally the whole point is that we shouldn't be, if the whole goal, right, is to love the Lord our God, it's to love him with all our heart, with all our soul, we shouldn't be making any excuses. That's not loving the Lord God with all our heart and all our soul. It's like, oh, like what you call it? You should be keeping the Sabbath, but um you gotta build, I guess you gotta build to pay or whatever, or I don't know, you want to get some extra overtime in at work or whatever, so you can pay a bill or whatever it may be. Like this stupid things like that, right? Oh, like I want to go hang out with my friends because we ain't hanging out in a long time. I want to get drunk, go to the club and get drunk with them and everything like that. Like just little things that, what I'm saying, that we try to find the excuse for, like, oh, like I'll repay for it later, or it's not that bad, or we're not doing it in this way. Like a lot of little things that, what I'm saying, somebody may do, try to find any little excuse, any little loophole to make it seem like that what they're doing is not that bad. You know what I'm saying? And there's also another verse I want to bring up real quick. Uh what's that verse I'm looking for? What's that verse I'm looking for? Is it at? Uh where is it at? There's a lot of verses I could go to. I'm gonna just read this one just for instance. This is not the verse I'm looking for, but Psalms 32, 38, and 20. They also that render evil for good are mine adversaries, because I follow the thing that good is. Slakia. So let me see. Matter of fact, let me read this. I might read that on my own time. I will declare my iniquity. I'll be sorry for my sin. But my enemies are lively. They are strong, and they that hate me wrongfully are multiplied. They also that render evil for good are mine adversaries. Man, man. So literally, like the people that try to, like I said, try to make evil good, or try to like find those little excuses to make something evil that's good, they're considered our enemies. Same thing in Micah 7:6. The enemies are going to be of your own house. The enemies of my house right now is my family, because of the fact that they try to make, I'm saying, birthdays good, make it seem like that there's nothing wrong with it. But I know, being the truth, that it's bad, it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Uh where is it at? I'm gonna find it, y'all. Right here. I think it's Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So basically, it's like mixing, what I'm saying, uh, the two, causing confusion. And the same thing applies to like these laws and these holy days. Because another thing I want to also bring up a little bit is that when it comes down to celebrating these holidays, right? Um, my family at the same time thought that it was kind of like wrong, or not really following God for real, you know what I'm saying? And even though we could show them in the Bible where we're supposed to celebrate these holy days in the Bible, like the Passover, um, Feast of First Fruits, all the holidays that they're supposed to that Slaku, they're supposed to celebrate, supposed to do it. It's in the Bible. But when you got us going off and doing things like Christmas and all that stuff like that, like that's okay. But not knowing that it's pagan, it's wicked. And some people know that it's wicked and pagan. That's the thing about it too. That's the main thing about it. A lot of people know that it's wicked. They know that it's pagan. They know that it's wrong, but they still do it for some odd reason. But once again, that goes into like these verses that they may try to make an excuse for it according to their own will. They want to like have fun type stuff. You know what I'm saying? They want to try to replace the Most High's laws and try to like, oh, like they can't basically like for one day, just maybe for one day, just for one day, put aside your own, you know what I'm saying, your own pride, put aside your own will, whatever you want to do for one day. You may want to do this and do that, but like just put that aside just for one day. Or not just for one day, just for the rest of your life, to be honest, because it's not really that important anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just put this Christmas, all these holidays, Halloween, your birthday, all this stuff like that, these freaking all these other holidays or whatever it may be, like put that to the side. Ain't none of that stuff important at all. It's not helping you with anything. It's just wasting your money for one and sending your soul once again right to the lake of fire. It's not helping you at all. It's not. So that's the whole, you know what I'm saying, kind of like spiel and the lesson I wanted to give y'all. Just letting y'all know how, like I said, when it come down to this truth, you're literally going to be considered an enemy to your family. You're going to be considered an enemy to your family, to your friends, because of the fact that you're doing things that's way different and just going away from your old ways. Going away from your old ways, you know what I'm saying, just choosing to not be lied to anymore, but choosing the truth. And when you choose the truth, like you're gonna have a lot of enemies. And like I said, that's that straight narrow path. The straight narrow path that you know so we choose to take. And you know, if me losing a bond with my family, if me not being able to you know what I'm saying, talk to them the same way I do, if they look at me differently, if that's what has to happen, you know what I'm saying, for me to get to the kingdom and to be called great in the kingdom, then hey, like I'll take it. And luckily for me, like the Most High, like kind of put a spirit on me to not really be too hard on myself about it, or kind of like let it phase me too much. It still affects me because I'm human, you know what I'm saying? And when you see your family like kind of turn on you a little bit and hate you for something, it's like damn, like it hits home, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time though, I still let it kind of go over my head because of the fact that I kind of I'm kind of getting used to it. I'm getting used to, you know what I'm saying, my people not really following this truth, following the word what they really should be doing, and it's living in sin. And I'm kind of just used to it. And it's like, dang, like, I can't turn away from it. I tried, but it didn't work. Just got to leave them be, kick the dust on my shoes, move on, try to find somebody else, and just focus on myself. You know what I'm saying? That's my main goal right now, just to kind of focus on myself, focus on my people, focus on my girl, focus on all the things I need to focus on to, just really satisfy the Most High God. Keeping these commandments, all these things that I should be doing, everything that's on my plate right now. That's what I'm going to focus on to to satisfy the Most High God. And that's the message I want to leave. That's the message I want to leave with y'all. Just you know what I'm saying, especially for anybody that's very young. Like just focus on yourself and just don't try to don't get too caught up in, you know what I'm saying, this worldly stuff. Don't get too caught up in this worldly stuff. I know that it's very tempting, and these obstacles and these trials, tribulations, like all this stuff is hard to deal with. But with just prayer, fasting, and at the same time, like dedicating most of your time to the Most High, to His Word, and to His truth, to this knowledge, it'll help you realize that these worldly things, it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. You just don't worry about it. Like it's not more important than having your soul be with the Most High in the kingdom, or being called great in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing more important than that. And it may not look like anything's gonna happen right now, but you'll see soon. You know what I'm saying? You'll see soon. You'll see that, like, basically sacrificing or um avoiding uh doing something with your family for that one time, you may receive a reward for that. You know what I'm saying? You may receive a reward for denying, your family whenever they wanted to, like, have a birthday party, you know what I'm saying, for somebody. Like these little things that may cause you to sin, or that may try to cause you to fall in sin. If you avoid that sin, you may get a huge reward for that. You never know. You never know how the Most High views you. You never know how the Most High sees what you're doing. He sees all the time. You know what I'm saying? But you never know exactly how he may he may reward you depending on whatever act or whatever action you took to keep his laws to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna end this off with that. I don't want to be on this video for too long or too longer. I didn't want to make it too long anyway, but I guess it's like somewhere around the 20-minute, 30-minute mark. It's a lock it. But I want to end this up by giving all praises. All praises to Yahweh by Shema Shai. I want y'all to stay up in y'all spirits. Make sure they all try to at least stay consistent in this word. Like I said, I know it's hard. I know it can be a struggle at times, but through prayer, fasting, reading, studying, all those things combined and just doing everything at one, it'll really help you learn, you know what I'm saying, how to endure through all that. Let me give y'all just one more verse. One more verse. One more verse. So I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Matthew 10:22. Here we go. Matthew 10:22. And ye shall be no. Yeah, here we go. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. This is a perfect verse to end off with. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. So, like I said with this whole lesson, you're going to be hated by everybody, by your own people, by your own friends, by literally everybody. When you're really walking in this truth, like like the Most High wants you to, you're going to be hated by everybody, literally. But there's going to be a huge reward for that at the end of that journey. You know what I'm saying? And that's something motivational to to just look at or just think about when it comes down to just keeping these commandments and just serving the Most High God. You may not get the money that you want. You may not be having the most fun in the world. You may not really be doing all the things that you want to do all the time. You can still do a lot of fun things while, you know what I'm saying, being the truth. Ain't nothing wrong with having fun while the truth. But you may not be doing the exact same things that the heathens are doing. But at the same time, though, you still got to make sure that you're keeping the laws to the best of your ability and, trying to avoid sin at all costs. At times you may fall into sin, repent for it, and try your best not to do it again. Because as humans, we're going to fall into sin at times. You know what I'm saying? That's how we are. But don't make that an excuse, like I said with Ecclesiasticus. Don't make that an excuse to well, I'm going to sin anyway, so I might as well. Like, no. That's a part of our nature, so we're going to sin anyway. Like, no. That's an excuse. It's like, like I'm going to sin anyway, so let me just go ahead and I ain't worried about it. I know, repent for your sins and try your best to move on and not do it again. If you fall into temptation, then that may be a trial, whatever it may be, an obstacle that you can try to like knock down. But if you're just going to continue to fall into sin just because I'm going to sin anyway because that's part of my nature. No. Once again, Deuteronomy 11:13, try to serve him with all your heart, all your soul. Try to serve him with all your heart, all your soul. When you do that, you're going to have a huge reward for you. When you do that, you're going to have a huge reward for you at the end of that journey when the Most High sent His Son to return and get us. And with that, I want to end this by giving all praise to Yahweh by Shema Shai. Until next time, shalom.